Hello?
Jessica! Saturday night, it's time for a fight. This train does not stop rolling. CWA on a world tour returning here to the United States tonight. 2 more international dates still to come in this Crash Carnival as Saturday Night Slam Masters kicks off here in Los Angeles. Mexico next week, Dominican Republic after that. But right now, we're kicking it off with the world champ and the acting commissioner, Victor Ortega. So many sights and sounds still to come tonight. We know that Tizoc is back in action. He's got some questions for the hack as he pursues answers about that mysterious attack on King of Dinosaurs back at the Anniversary Super Show. Plenty more to come, including El Stinger and El Fuerte, but what's this?
I am the world champion, but I'm also the acting commissioner. Now, at the beginning of this Crash Carnival, I announced CWA Super Crash, a tournament to find the most intense, the most determined champion in CWA. Now, the 2 guys who made the final, they wanted it so bad, so desperately, neither one of them was willing to give an inch. Now, time limit draws, they were always going to be a factor, but we need a champion. So I'm going to give you guys one more shot. I'm not going to penalize you. I'm going to give you the ultimate chance at the International Blowout. We're going to do this, and we're going to do this one more time. A 5-minute time limit. One of you guys walks out the CWA Super Crash champion with a piece of history, or we find somebody else who wants it bad enough. Now, as for Super Crash, this week and into the following weeks, we also need an IJWPW World Champion contender. So in the next few weeks, 4 of the best Joshi bombers in the world will take the Super Crash test, and the winner will face the champion at the International Blowout. So get in there and get it done.
Three-minute time limits every Sunday. A bonus match from the Capcom Wrestling Association. This is CWA Super Crash. It's a Sprint Cup Championship. Only the best will survive. Who should challenge next? You could decide in the comments. Like, subscribe, and check out the Capcom Wrestling Association only in the Hellhole.
You are now entering the Hellhole.
Huge announcement kicking off tonight's show that the Super Crash Championship will now be contested at the International Blowout. That's just a couple of weeks away. And the IJWPW World Championship, Yamato Nadeshiko, our current champion, she picked up that title with a big win over Black Widow back at Germany earlier in the Crash Carnival. Anyway, wow! Here's a guy who's been picking up some wins. And no doubt going to be looking for another one. He beat Roy Wilson in Germany, one of the contenders, one of the challengers for that Super Crash Championship. The first time that title will be crowned. Of course, that's the predicament we have. They went to a time limit draw. We need to see a winner. Well, we got a winner in the ring here, 24-0. Looking for a big milestone, 25th. Here we go. Who's this gonna be? Who's the challenger? Oh, you gotta be kidding me! A star of the screen! Not really a Hollywood guy, he's more of a Hong Kong action star, but I guess he's in town again. We saw him here last year. Hey, wait a second. Superstar Joe going to meet Fei Long. Fei Long tossing him up the runway. Well, this is turning into more of a Hong Kong street fight. This is supposed to be the Superstar Challenge. Of course, he's 24-0. This could be a milestone 25th win as Don Savage approaches. Hey, wait. Don Savage just catching Fei Long by surprise. He's trying to get Fei Long to go to the ring. Fei Long losing his footing. What are you kidding me? Don Savage is in this thing? Superstar Joe going for the sleeper hold here. Don Savage just watching on. The mastermind of the Superstar Challenge, but he knows that the match has got to start if Joe's going to get a win here. And now Fei Long starting to fire back. Those clever strikes. Oh, look at that, though. High kick. Superstar Joe, a kickboxer by trade. He's not going to be too intimidated by the striking game. Superstar Joe now getting in the ring. Maybe this match can officially start. The referee a little bit dumbstruck, I think. Oh, wait a second. Joe, Fei Long's down on the ramp. Joe going back to meet him. These fans firing up. Oh, now DDT on the steel ramp. Fei Long. That is a movie star. You're talking about major box office there. Now Fei Long trying to just clamp down on Superstar Joe, slow him down a little. I think Fei Long might be a little bit rattled here. I don't think this is how Fei Long would have envisioned this going. Sure, it's not what Superstar Joe was expecting either. These two still brawling. Unbelievable. Heading back to the ring now. Oh, wait. Look at that. What a clothesline. The referee trying to get Joe off of him. Are we going to have a match here or what? Oh, wait a second. Wait just a second. Well, this is not what this situation needs at all. Fei Long getting his jacket off at least. Superstar Joe now going to meet Ivan. Igor's going for Fei Long. What the hell is going on here? The bell hasn't even rung. Are we going to have a tag match or what? Because last year, Fei Long was the enforcer in that match with the United Mighty and the Hyper Cannons. A bit of history between United and Mighty and Fei Long. This is out of control. Things are going from bad to worse as far as I'm concerned here tonight, as this arena is bathed in darkness and fire. An eerie chill as the cult of the Wraith enters this arena. Shayla Ravan accompanying Shayla John and Shayla 7, otherwise known as the cult of the Wraith. These hooded thugs, these cultists, they've walked in the shadow and in the path of the Wraith. They worship him as a dark deity. Now Now these cultists have come here to Los Angeles. During that break, United and Mighty, Superstar Joe Fei Long, fighting their way to the back. So much for the Superstar Challenge. I'm afraid we're not going to have that one during this broadcast. Now the cult of the Wraith is here. Who knows what's going to happen? Here he seems. Here he seems. These guys give me the creeps. We can only imagine what the cult of the Wraith are here to do. Hey, wait a second! Did my eyes deceive me? There's El Stinger, and he is accompanied by El Fuerte! It's El Fuerte! El Fuerte is here! And it looks to me like that's the El Fuerte of old! The El Fuerte that we know and love! Wearing white! Standing tall with his brother in Lucha Libre, El Stinger. And this is going to be, I think, a tag team matchup. We saw in India that man in the corner of El Stinger and El Fuerte, the yoga master Dalsim, performed some sort of ritual, engaged in some sort of transference of energy. And it looks to me like El Fuerte is cleansed of the corruption that gripped his soul since Destiny of the Strongest. But is he safe in the ring here with the cult of the Wraith? Is anybody safe? Is El Stinger safe? As John gets him up, scoop slam, just dumping El Stinger's body right into the ropes. That is a dangerous situation. Nice back elbow strike. Shayla John in control here for the cult of the Wraith. Shoulder tackle. El Stinger trying to find his way into this match. Real size mismatch between these guys, but that's nothing El Stinger's not used to. Nice swinging neck breaker. That's certainly going to be an equalizer. There's a takedown. And the drop kick. El Stinger's so adept at using the entirety of his body as a weapon, and it completely mitigates that size differential. He's doing it the old-fashioned way there. Some nice strikes straight to the skull. And there's the tag. Here comes El Fuerte. And this is the first time we've seen him since India. Taylor John able to block that attack. And I'd hate to think that maybe El Fuerte has missed a beat here. Head scissor. There's the Tilt-A-Whirl. Taken down 7. El Fuerte fighting with purpose here. He has been embroiled throughout this year in the dark exploits of the Wraith and his cult. Succumbed to their influence for a time, seemed to break away somewhat, but remained corrupted. And he was, in his own words, corrupted by the anger that he felt toward Antler Inoki, his opponent at Destiny of the Strongest. And that seemed to be where we lost El Fuerte, but maybe with the intervention of this mysterious yoga master Dalsim in India, we may have El Fuerte back. And there's the Tilt-A-Whirl backbreaker. Only 2. El Fuerte watching intently, keeping his eye on John, watching the back of El Stinger. And nobody knows how insidious these cultists can be, quite like El Fuerte does. There's the tag. El Fuerte, the legal man, coming back into this match. And keeping one step ahead of 7. Oh, look at that! What a Hurricane Rana! Flying through the air, this crowd getting right behind El Fuerte. It is so good to see him back. But he turns his back a little too long, a little too much attention for the crowd as John gets back into this match. There's a nice clothesline. And now the chops, the punches, the strikes. Gets him up. Oh, look at that. Hurricane Rana. And El Fuerte now going to the top rope. High risk. He's got Chandler John in his sights. Oh, now. Look at that. Flying Hurricane Rana from the top rope. He got him. He got him. El Fuerte is back. And El Fuerte gets the win. What a comeback! El Stinger and El Fuerte now brawling up on the aisle. Dawson is seated at ringside, keeping Shayla Ravon at bay. Shayla Ravon seems to be transfixed somewhat. And wait a second. Well, now Dawson is going after Ravon. He's got that energy is building up. What is happening? Ravon seems to be dazed. I don't know what's going on here. Has Dawson done it again?
Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves.
Well, the action continues here from Los Angeles. Saturday Night Slam Masters coming to you as part of the Crash Carnival. And as we noted, 2 more dates on this world tour before that international blowout. Next week we're going to be in Mexico, and there are rumors that this man will be in action next week. One of Mexico's finest, the Griffin Mask. We call him Tizoc. He is here to face the Heck tonight, and I've heard some rumors that he is curious about whatever happened to King of Dinosaurs on that anniversary Super Show. Of course, the Heck was at ringside with me. All the members of Los Dragones Eternos were in the ring, and yet the suspicion still lingers. Did the Heck find somebody, maybe an agent, a representative of his interests, maybe to strike at King of Dinosaurs? We also know that Raiden.
Do you smell what the
Raiden has had his campaign against Lucha Libre. Maybe he was involved. He got involved in that match, but
the Heck says.
Hopefully he won't get involved here tonight.
The Heck says. The Heck.
Here he comes. Well, you just couldn't put it past the Heck that he might have set something up there, but he crossed paths with Tizoc at that Super Show after that King of Lucha Libre Battle Royal. Was a tremendous match. It was a tremendous event. And of course, this has been a great event here tonight. CWA's pleasure to bring it to you. Make sure you subscribe to this network. You will not miss any of the action from the Capcom Wrestling Association. As the Crash Carnival continues toward its end and that ultimate conclusion, the international blowout, and there are going to be more matches announced tonight, I am told.
The Heck says, conoce tu maldito papel. The Heck
The Heck just making his big shot entrance here. Fancies himself as a bit of a star. I'm told that he's been looking for some meetings while he's here in Los Angeles. Maybe got his eye on maybe a movie career. Maybe he can get a word in with Fei Long. I'm not sure. Is the Heck really the next big thing? We'll see. And this is a crossover match. Tizoc coming from SWF in the SNK territory. The Heck, very much a member of CWA, and here we go. Well, Tizoc going straight for the mask. Interesting. That kind of technique almost reminds me of King of Dinosaurs. Of course, there's a lot of frustration coming out of that SWF camp. As the leg is hooked. No, just one. A lot of controversy surrounding that SWF World Heavyweight Championship, which was won by Astro at the Summer Carnival Championship. Really a situation that surprised many of us, and that really came out of that King of Lucha Libre Battle Royal. Of course, the Silent Assassins crossed paths with Tizoc, and it ultimately led to that surprise championship win for Astro over Master Barnes. And in the intervening months and weeks, well, it seems to be that Astro has made some attempt to rebrand that championship as the BWA title. Of course, that's not something I think that anybody here at CWA would agree. Defacing the SWF championship, really defiling it, disrespecting the legacy of that title and certainly the SWF fighters. And I mean, here's a guy like Tizoc I would much prefer to see hold that SWF championship. Of course, Roy Wilson also doing his best to claim a title back for the SWF ranks, that Super Crash title. It will be Roy Wilson and Max at the International Blowout. And if you missed their bout on Super Crash, I suggest you seek it out. It was incredible. It was a time limit draw. The first time we've seen that. Of course, CWA Super Crash is a Sprint Cup championship. It's a time challenge, a time trial. And that was the first time that we had a match go the distance. Very exciting. I think it's wise of Victor Ortega to set that 5-minute time limit, a special. Usually it would be 3 minutes. They're going to get a 5-minute time limit at the International Blowout to make sure that we get a Super Crash champion. And as announced by the acting commissioner, we're going to see some Joshi action this week, tomorrow night on CWA Super Crash, which you can see if you're subscribed to this network, exclusive to YouTube Shorts. And the Heck ducks the attack and hits his own. We're coming up on a count out. Well, both of these guys running for that ring. Nobody wants to see this go to a count out. There's the Irish whip. These guys exhibiting some of the luchador expertise that they possess. Of course, the Heck claims that he's bigger than Lucha Libre. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Well, we were speculating about Los Dragones Eternos. There's the music. But where's Los wait! Look behind you, Tizoc! Turn around! Oh, no! Bad faith question! The enforcer for the Los Dragones Eternos just nailed him with a steel chair. You telling me the ref didn't see that? The referee clearing this chair. Where does he think it came from? Come on! Tizoc is stunned. The Heck stalking, pretending that he inflicted that damage. It wasn't him. It was bad faith question coming out of nowhere. I think he came through the crowd. Tizoc's got the Heck up, though. Desperation move. The snake eyes dropping the Heck right over the turnbuckle. Tizoc could have a concussion. That vicious shot with the steel chair. Hooks the leg, though. Could he? No, we got to go to an ad. More on the other side.
All right, you ready? Top player is here.
Continue on the scene! With their poisons on the menu.
No mercy for you.
Ready? Then show me.
All right, let's get it. Game over, yo. Too easy. Beast mode, baby. Sure thing. Let's dance. You know what they say. If you rock the boat, prepare to get washed. Let me play.
Make way for the ninja star! Domo arigato! From the Mochinu! Behold! Watch you know, as I command this stage. I'll make you proud. When poison prevails, it's a wonderful feeling. I have you.
Another mission awaits.
Do you plan to fight us all? Target acquired. I'll show you the power of my company. Now you understand. Don't underestimate me. Are you ready yet? It's go time!
Good night. One of a kind.
If you're just joining us, the Heck getting on top of Tizoc here. And the story of this match, Bad Faith Question, coming out of the crowd, hits Tizoc with a steel chair. Now the Heck getting him up on the top rope. What's he got in mind here? Not usually where the Heck lives. Oh no, he just hit him with the big fall. The big fall, that was Tizoc's own finishing move. And somehow the Griffin able to kick out at 2. Unbelievable. He has taken steel chairs. He's taken his own finishing move. The Heck adding insult to injury here. There's a backbreaker. I don't care for that one damn bit. The Heck showing a vicious side to himself here, a hard edge. I probably should not be surprised. Now the Heck, oh wait a second, Heck on Earth! His own finishing move, the Heck on Earth, leg is hooked! Ah! Ill-gotten gains. And that's what really did it. The steel chair shot out of nowhere, wiping Tizoc out. He succumbed to his own finishing move, and then it was the Heck on Earth that finally finished him off. And how many more indignities are these SWF competitors going to have to endure? We could be headed somewhere ugly if something doesn't change. And none of these fans too impressed with that one.
The Heck says, "Conoce tu maldito papel." The Heck.
Well, it's official. Next week, Zangief will challenge El Stinger in Mexico. Remember, it was a controversial result back at last year's Crash Carnival when El Stinger defeated and debuting Zangief. At the International Blowout, Zangief will get payback against another man, Sheep the Royal, the only man to beat him during this Crash Carnival. And of course, we have the battle of the Boris Severnov and Boris Gagarin, the Maltune Super Fight. We knew it had to happen. Gerald Golby and Alex. Steel Lockup, Lucky Colt and the Wraith. And then the big one, the CWA World Championship. Darren Meister, the Summer Carnival Championship winner, will leverage his tournament win against the undefeatable world champion, Victor Ortega. And here comes one of the featured players for the International Blowout, the Wraith. We saw his cult in action earlier. Still not exactly sure what we witnessed, but based on prior results, I gotta think Dalsim maybe trying to lift that hex from Ravan, who many have speculated is the French martial artist Abel. Spooky stuff. Spooky stuff, to say the least. And of course, the Wraith has bedeviled Commissioner Mike Hager. That is why Victor Ortega is the acting commissioner right now. Hager is with his daughter Jessica, who endured some vile treatment at the hands of the Heck and the Blood Wrestling Association. You can see that Death's Head logo on our big screen, the BWA logo. It's BWA who have really been creating that tension with the SWF. They have defaced that SWF World Championship, rebranded it as their own. BWA, oh, well, wait a second. Not this. Wraith continues to be just such an unsettling presence here in CWA. Well, not many people have been able to settle the Wraith down. We saw King Rasta Gomez try the Summer Carnival Championship, still recovering from that steel cage match where the Wraith was the one who walked out. King Rasta Gomez, he won the match, but he went to hospital. Hopefully we will see him in a couple of weeks at the Dominican Republic show. And here's a guy who managed to get the Wraith to stop in his tracks. The TCP champion, Amazing Ninetales. He's a Japanese fighter, but of course, TCP operating out of Los Angeles. He is a local. And he seemed to have some sort of sway over the Wraith. He came to CWA to answer Victor Ortega's World Championship challenge. That was a challenge to the world champs of the world. You know, Victor Ortega brought the world to him with that challenge. Well, now the Crash Carnival has brought Amazing Ninetales back to CWA, and this match underway. The Wraith flying through the air, but misses the target. I think Amazing Ninetales was able to sidestep it, and there's a nice knee to the face. Amazing Ninetales glad to be here, but he's got to stay on top of the Wraith, because if you turn your back, if you avert your eyes for a moment, this is what happens. Look at this. Vicious headbutts driving Amazing Ninetales to the mat. The Wraith has been such a dark shadow, really, since BWA first invaded. Oh, wait. What is he doing? He is almost serpentine in his manner. He is an otherworldly presence, to be sure. I have had his talons on me, and I did not like it. There is still a chill up my spine every time he is near. And Amazing Ninetales seems to be struggling this time. Amazing Ninetales is quite storied in his... Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, no, the Lucifer drop. The Wraith hits that Lucifer drop. Oh, it's over? I can't believe it. Well, the Golden Oni Tamer has been tamed here. Never really got out of the gate, to be honest. The Wraith was on top of him from minute one, and he has dominated the match. A very abrupt end to our Los Angeles leg. All right. Well, what is this? That's the theme of Lucky Colt. Hey, here he comes. Taking a page out of Perfect Questions book. Getting the drop on the Wraith.
You are now entering the Hellhole.